first you draw a circle, then you dot the I's, and add a gravy smile, and presto. It's Kirby, and I am Triple the G.O.D, and this is your favorite YouTube show, Run That Rex, and yeah, 2013, yeah, me and the Pink Wonder, we about to do work. However, here's the famous Kirby of Dreamland. See, that's him, the pink guy. Yeah, you know, right or left, yeah, it makes Kirby walk and dash. He does that. You know, if you press the A button, Kirby is jump. And you can also fly by pressing down and A at the same time. You know, if you press up, Kirby can fly over stuff. Really awesome. What else can he do? The B button makes him Hell's enemy. This is very important. Natural shield effect. Like, now it's making. Because if you press B, you press down after it, and Kirby gains superpowers. Just like so. Fire! Youch! Kirby uses the fire attack, and then you can hit select to throw away a power if you want. You know, that's just what we do. What else we got? Spark! This electrical attack paralyzes. Man, it does that. Ice! Freeze an enemy and toss them. There's better. Sword! Kirby's brave when he has a sword. Awesome electric. Parasol! Take a nice walk for a short break. Parasol is more awesome than the world gives it credit for. Trust me. Fireball! Kirby burns up for a powerful attack. Fireball is awesome. They call it burning in later games. You see an enemy? Big enemy? Swallow it. Get stuff like the awesome backdrop. And Kirby can use 6 tricks to win. Drop them all over the place. And trust me, Kirby has a lot more moves, and we're going to try every last one of them. So that's it. See you in the game world. One day, the peaceful life of Dreamland was shattered by a mysterious crisis. The inhabitants didn't dream. Weird fact. On the edge of Dreamland, dreams and hope once gushed forth from the dream spring, fueled by the star rock. Yeah. Investigating the dream spring, Kirby found naughty King D.D. screaming in his magical waters. Ew, it's kinda creepy. D.D. had broken a star rod and given the pieces to his friends who are now hiding in Dreamland. Yeah, that. To bring back the lost dream, Kirby sought the star rod, and you know, he enlisted my help because he knows Triple the G.O.D. is gonna make sure we get the job done. So, there's that. So, before we start, I do want to say something, you know, a full disclosure. Kirby's Adventure was not the first Kirby game I played. So, you know, I just wanted to state that the first Kirby game I ever played was actually Kirby Pinball Land on Game Boy, and that game is awesome. And one of these days, we'll play it. But the reason we're playing Kirby's Adventure and not necessarily Kirby Superstar, which is what I would like to play, is because Kirby Superstar, you know, that game is more fun when you play it with somebody. So, you know, I didn't want to, you know, throw my first Kirby game and play Kirby Superstar solo. You don't do that. At the same time, though, Kirby's Adventure is very important. It's probably, in my opinion, Kirby's most important game. Because what we see in Kirby's Adventure will shape Kirby from here on out. That everything that we know and love about Kirby is in this game. Everything about, this was the first game where it introduced powers, which is Kirby's thing. What makes Kirby who he is, and you know, I'm gonna say this, and I'm probably gonna start a war saying it. Kirby is the best Nintendo character ever. I found that out when I played Super Smash Bros. On 64 and read his bio. He eats when he wants, he sleeps when he wants, he does what he wants, but nobody's a better hero than this guy. It takes a lot, you know, to unseat Samus Aran as best Nintendo character ever, but Kirby does it with ease. It's that Monster Hero Sakurai was on to something with this game. Is that, you know, this game isn't hard, but it ain't easy either. Don't let anybody tell you like Kirby's a cakewalk, and trust me, it's not. And we're going to see later as we play the game that that's not even the case. But I feel, you know, with all of that being said, maybe we should, you know, actually play the game. And we start our adventure in Vegetable Valley, where Kirby is having a duel with the Blade Knight, and hey, if you can't beat them, swallow their ass and absorb their power. It's what we're all about here. And let us get started in Vegetable Valley. The beam power. Kirby fires the beams like they're used by some enemies. This is an easy weapon to use. True, we get better, but this is probably, in this game anyway, probably one of the most versatile weapons that you'll get, because there are a lot of things that beam can do that other things can't. It's like, to me personally, a weaker sword. It's like a weaker sword attack, but you know, we're going to see a lot more of Kirby's powers, and it's like a lot of things that we see in this game, you know, will again reinforce in future games, but I don't want that no more. Come here, Mr. UFO. UFO, baby! Hold the B button down to charge, and then let go. You can attack in 4 different ways. Cool. Hey Kirby, let's show the people at home exactly in UFO what you can do. By pressing your attack button, you shoot a basic laser by tapping it. Hold it for a little bit and you get laser. Hold it a little bit more, you get a star. Fully charge it, superstar. Let's see if I can get out this door without getting hit. Okay, I did. I got out the door because a lot of times that enemy that lets you get fire will, you know, fall on your head, and you know that's no good. The only thing you know about UFO is that you can't take it with you. Well, actually, you can by using a water splash glitch. It's something that we're not going to use, but that's some tomato I don't need. Well, you know, whatever. No. And we have reached the end, and you know you reached the end because there's going to be stars, and we're going to play the Kirby launcher game. Push A when they say push A, and, you know, you try to get as high as you can. If you make it all the way to the top, you'll get an extra, and we won't be getting too many of those because I am so out of practice in it. But, welcome to Crane Fever, one of 3 of the mini games in this game. So, let's find out what this game is about. Let me see. Use the buttons to move the crane and try to get a Kirby. A big one's hard to get, but worth it. It is, because it's worth 2 extra. But I ain't going way over there to go get that. I'm sorry. We'll just go get the small Kirby. They're worth 1, and 1 extra better than nothing. So we'll just grab that little Kirby. Drop him in the... Oh, you gotta be kidding me, game. Come on, game. This is recorded live. You know, this is live TV. And you embarrass me. Pick it up. Drag him over. Drop him in the chute. Thank you, video game. You suck. Okay, you don't suck. You're an awesome video game. Probably if I had a top 100, you'd be, you know, mid-30 or something like that. But I'm not mad. It's just I should have gotten more than 1 chance. So let's take our mind off of it. More Vegetable Valley. Hey Gordo, how you doing there, buddy? No. Beam again? Sweet beans. I like that. Damn cannon. Okay. Switch! Cutter! Kirby can throw a series of cutters that return like boomerangs. Word? That's what that do. And stuff, things, and our first warp star and Sobrano Burst. Hey there, buddy. Alrighty. And our first mini boss of the game, Poppy Brothers Senior, you know. Watch out for those bombs. Throw some cutters into them. And I just got hit. Great! You know, that's exactly what we need to happen here. And okay, slide into getting hit. And get hit some more because I'm trying to get my cutter back. Wow, this is just going horrible. Fine, we'll do it your way. Give me that. The crash ability. this power will defeat all enemies on screen, but you can use it only once. And well, we're not going to use it on these Rhino Bursts here because we have better things to use it on. Like, all of you guys! And you're all dead. And booyah. Come here, Bobby Brother Jr. Go for a dive. I need some help. Badly. I told you, Kirby ain't no joke. I'm like, Kirby is a game that that is designed around simple platforming and fun, but this game will punish you for your mistakes. So it's a gateway platformer that if you find certain platformers too hard, Kirby will always be a platformer that will always be about fun first and challenge second, but there's always a balance between the two. And I'm trying to say, do I want to trade my beam for a sword? Well, the answer is yes, I do. I want to trade my beam for a sword. Thank you, game. Sword. Use the sword to defeat enemies. If you attack in midair, Kirby will spin and slash. Okay. Just like so. And here we are. In marker. And press A. And he barely made it to 2. You should see my face as I roll my eyes and like, really, that just happened there, dog. Alright, more Vegetable Valleys. Yes, please. On with my sword. Flash them. Flash them, Kirby. Flash them to pieces. More of these cannons. Come on. Look at that. Kirby just flying over stuff, you gotta love that slide with the sword. It gives him a different attack. It does protect his hitbox a little more when you do a slide with the sword. So, keep that in mind. No. Let me see if I can do this. I'm trying to think how to do this. Never mind. We'll show you that later. In the meanwhile, Fireball! Or in later games known as Burning. Kirby can turn into a flying fireball. Jump and attack in a flash of fire. Okay. I can do that. Boom. Oh. You gotta love Kirby because it just gives you places to show you how to use your abilities, and it's really cool. Except one of the problems I've always had with Kirby, which they fixed in later games, is that when you're underwater, you don't really get a lot of attack. Wow. Okay. No. Thank you. Have we talked about fire? Well, hey, we're gonna talk about it right now. Fire! Kirby can breathe fire. Enemies beware, or you're gonna get burned. Hey, I kinda like that. I'm down with the setting things in flames, Lupe Fiasco, that shit, stuff. Okay. Oh, I should have absorbed spark. No. People have fire. That's the wrong number! Okay. I am trying the best I can to be as relevant as possible. Man, for the record, man, Super Hot got robbed, yo. Alright, it is what it is. Let's see if I can get this time, man. 3! We're getting progressively worse. Oh, this is gonna be fun! Ooh, what's this? The museum. Here's the colorful display of enemies with special abilities. Eat the one you want. And there's a sword. I'm cool with fire right now, but knowing that sword is here in this museum is going to come in handy a lot later. Trust me. Alrighty, more Vegetable Valley. Let us do just that. Vegetable Valley, stage 4. And, Hey there, Mr. Frosty. How you doing? You ain't put up much of a fight. Freeze! Kirby can create a shield to freeze enemies. He can then knock away the frozen block. Freeze, to me, a better ice. And if I can keep it, it will come in really handy. I can come in really handy. Oh no! Grab it! Freeze. Aha. Got my revenge. Gotta love that. Man, freeze. Freeze is one of my favorite abilities in this game because it's kind of sort of broken a little bit. Just a tad. A little bit. Alrighty. More Vegetable Valley. Well, that would give me the needle ability, but I don't want it right now. We'll have plenty of time to get it and read its stuff later. But right now, using the power of freeze to put my enemies in the sub-zero temperature. Now, hey there, Meta Knight. Thanks. Running start. Go! Hyper mode. Which I always wondered they did say something about hyper mode, but it doesn't actually see. Walk right through you. Be an extra man. Thank you. Gotta love the invisibility. Thank you, Blade Knight. Get out my way. And everybody's dead. Alrighty. Let's take a second and a breath. And let's see if we can actually get an extra this time. Oh, come on, game! Kirby could have grabbed onto that! You're crazy, game. You're crazy. And, well, we have reached the end of Vegetable Valley because, as noted by this DDD thing in here, we have a boss, and, you know, it's Kirby, so you kind of guess who the boss is. Ladies and gentlemen, Wispy Wood! Hello there! Now, let's just get this over with, really quickly. Don't even summon any apples, and we're done. Ladies and gentlemen, the power of the freeze ability. Yo, Kirby, dance for the folks at home! No problem! And we are done for now anyway. Ice cream. Hey! What the hell? Just gonna bash me on my head, man? I'm trying to take a nap and whatnot, man. See, people need to learn, you know, manners and whatnot. Manners. You need to your manner game up. You just don't bump people over the head while they trying to relax and chill. But talking about chilling in more ways than one, currently equipped with the freeze ability. Level 2 Ice Cream Island, you know, it's all, you know, this is not an ironic thing. It just happens to be a coincidence that I have the better freeze power in the game and we're in a stage called Ice Cream Island. But yeah, this is going to be fun. I'm really going to have a fun time making my way through Kirby, and you know, I'm glad I'm able to share this with you. So, with all of that being said, with Kirby being as awesome as he always is, we're going to go ahead and step out of here, and next time we're going to take on Ice Cream Island. So, you know who I am. I am Triple with G.O.D. This is, of course, your favorite YouTube show, Run That Rex, and I'll holler at you guys next time, man. Peace out.